course, I have extra baggage that I have to carry.
Yeah, I'm fortunate there that I don't have extra weight to
You're
have
very
to work with.
And did you have, I mean, when you were riding, I mean, you know, you see these kids now that ride, I mean, they're in like these serious training programs. You guys were on your own and you just kind of went.
Yeah, well, I had to spend too much time working on the dumb
Right.
things. You know, so you didn't have time to train to that degree.
Yeah, you weren't at the
But-
gym 2 hours a day. There wasn't a gym.
No, not hardly. Just in the winter, you know, when you weren't doing anything, then you keep in shape that way. But during the season, nah, it's in a truck driving race to race and you know, get to where you are and rebuild as quick as you can and
You
just
don't
be
have
ready for the race.
mechanics.
Yeah, now you're doing it on your own. Well, we didn't make enough money in those days, so you couldn't afford to hire a mechanic or an 18-wheeler or anything like that, so you learn to do everything yourself.
You were
So-
just doing it because you like doing it.
I
You
think
weren't
that's so
making a
much
living
cooler.
so much.
Well,
It's funny even today, to this day, I think, coming into Daytona, like once January hits, you talk to Gary, he starts running.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's just what he did, but he'll run in the winter.
uh-huh.
You know, I guess that was their exercise, that's what he did, and he never had a gym either.
Well, I worked out in the gym a little bit, but very little.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly for training, I just rode.
Yeah.
You know, I'd take my cow trail and go out in the woods and ride. Because to me, that was way better training because you were using the muscles that you use
Mm-hmm.
when you're racing.
Mm-hmm.
And in a gym, you're only simulating. It keeps your head good, and it's good for that because you're alive and feeling well. But
But riding and using those muscles.
it was
That's
better
really
for
what
me.
matters.
Yeah. Yeah. And you end up pushing yourself harder too than you would in the gym because like you'd be doing some jumps and stuff like that and you're all tired and sacked out and you're barely hanging on and all of a sudden, yahoo, you're in the air. Well, you get strength from somewhere, right? Comes out of the sky that you gotta grab on.
You don't
I
have to
say
wait.
it, you
You gotta
know?
get that strength.
And if you're in the gym, you'd say, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, turn the treadmill off, you're walking away.
Yeah, exactly. So I had enough of that.
Do you still ride a lot now?
I threatened to,
Okay.
but I just never seemed to have the time.
Mm-hmm. Did you do a lot of street riding?
Probably 20 miles in 20 years. About it.
That's about perfect.
In
Of course
fact,
the races,
I've done
though.
more street riding when I was doing some road tests for a story for Cycle World 20 years ago than I did in all the years I had it up together probably.
Mhm.
Just in one 3 or 4 day shot. So I wasn't a street rider. My motorcycles were in the dirt. You know, either in the mountains or on a racetrack.
And like I said, that's pretty common. You know, I'll talk to the racers and stuff, and they say the street scares them.
Yeah.
You know, you got people.
Well, on a
coming
racetrack,
in-
at least everybody's trying to go the same way.
Exactly. Exactly.
People don't see you on the street, they don't expect you.
Well, the thing is, you're a small object. Automatically, that means you're a long ways away.
Yeah.
No, you're right there. Right.
Yeah, a lot of those guys like Jake and Jared and stuff, they don't ride on the street at all. You know, they ride. If like you know, I know Jake. He's not one for training. He'll get on his dirt bike and ride.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's you know, what works for different people is just different.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what works for me.
And your son Joe got into bicycles, but he never got into motorized bicycles.
Oh yeah, he's a good motocross rider.
Oh, that's right. You said
Yeah,
that. Okay.
yeah. I've got a sequence picture of him jumping from one ravine to the next. I mean, the picture just goes on and on and on and on. I mean, he went farther than Evel Knievel ever jumped by far.
Really?
Yeah. But he was the 2002 World Downhill Champion in downhill mountain bikes. So,
Cool.
Tell us that way you have.
yeah.
Is that your own child?
I have two. I have a daughter who's a horse trainer. And she's just spent a year in Dubai, and she's now in Germany training for the German Olympic team. So,
Yeah, your family was an understatement.
I was a black sheep of the family. You know, everybody could do something but me. You know, well, I tried to play a musical instrument. I played clarinet for 5 years.
Yeah.
But they were all artists and musicians and all that, and I'm this dumb little kid that wanted to ride bicycles and motorcycles.
Mert, don't talk to Mert. He doesn't want to be an artist.
No. No, probably in high school I would have probably been voted least likely to succeed.
Really?
Yeah, because I wasn't going anywhere, it didn't seem like. But
So then if your family wasn't into motorcycles, what started it?
my brother bought a motorcycle, and as a little tiny kid, you know, I went to a motorcycle race that, you know, I was like 10, 12, I don't know. And, well, let's see, I don't know, it was about 1948. So I would have been like 8 years old, I was born in 40. So, you know, we're just pedaling out to the motorcycle race, and after the war, they had a lot of racing all over the country. And they would split it. They'd run a heat race of midget cars, and then a heat race of motorcycles, and a heat race of midget cars, and a heat race of motorcycles.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I remember I was so young that I remember riding in the night on my bicycle, and I'm crying because I can't keep up. My brother's running out ahead of me, waiting for me. But hard to say why I got into it. It's just one of those things you're kind of like born to do. And I even made my own bicycle racetracks where I took a shovel and I, you know, made a burn so that I could do like a half-mile corner in my mind. And
Like the kids today build their own little skateboard things out front.
Yeah, same
You build
time
your
I
own
did.
motorcycle cars.
Yeah, bicycle then.
Or bicycle cars.
How long did that take you?
Oh, I don't know, just in the summer as a kid, you know, just working on it. But I just had my little course, and why I wanted to do this, I have no idea. There's no real reason. It's just like it's,
Nothing made it.
yeah.
Very
But I enjoyed it. But it was good training for me because I learned how to slide a bicycle with no brakes.
Oh, okay.
Because at first you put the brakes on and you slide by sideways. Oh, that's fun, right? But then you realize, I'm stopped. Now I got to pedal, and I didn't want to pedal. So I learned how to do the same slide, but with no brakes. And then I just carried that on through with my motor racing. So,
Out of laziness.
out of laziness. Didn't want to pedal up to speed again.
Now, did you never ride?
Oh, no, she's,
Nothing to do with
no,
motorcycles?
not at all.
Wow.
Yeah, she's a cook and a homemaker, and she's very artistic. She's a real doer.
Well, she can make the rest of the family proud.
She does. Boy, the stuff that she can make from well, she makes little, well, first of all, she started making little doll houses, little miniatures, and we've got these miniature houses that are worth as much as my real house.
Really?
Yeah, they're worth thousands and thousands. Yeah.
Wow.
And she makes all the little dolls and furniture and everything that they go in with thing, you know. And everything has to be done precisely. It has to be at scale. You know, to be the right thing. She does that, and then working with tile, makes a lot of bird baths. And she's taken, just taking an old pedestal and a round bowl, and boy, by the time she's done with it, it is a piece of art.
Mosaics,
Yeah, mosaics, right.
Awesome.
And our outdoor tables for, you know, outdoor eating and that, she's all covered in tile, just beautiful design.
It's funny that why they usually look at something and everything's like a blank canvas. So you have tabletops, she's like, okay, mosaic.
Yeah, there she goes. Right.
That's pretty neat.
And she's a homemaker. That's what she does.
Well, something's worked.
The good thing is that over the years she's been very self-sufficient. And that way I could leave, you know, I'd be gone for months at a time. And she'd still maintain everything at home, keep everything in ship shape.
Was she a
And,
warrior?
essentially she raised the kids, you know, because I'm gone. Yeah. What's that?
Was she a worrier about what you were doing?
I think she takes worry to a new level. Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause I gave her some experiences to sort of make that happen, huh?
Really, to enforce that.
Yeah.
And by then, you know, you didn't have cell phones that you could call her all the time.
No,
She could have contact with you.
And she always knew how good I did at the race, because if I did good, I'd call her right away.
Oh, no, she had to see if you got her then.
And then when I didn't call, she said, "No, you didn't do good today." So I was pretty self-centered. But you kind of have to be self-centered when you're going to do something in focus, you know, like I did.
Right.
So,
Yeah, it's all you, depending upon you.
yeah.
You're the only one up there on the line.
Yeah, I'm not a multitasker.
basically.
Mhm.
I mean, I can, but to be good at some, I'm all of this, or I'm all of that, or I'm all of this, you know. So.